Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you're John on Facebook, right?
Yes. She said John on Facebook. She actually identified me as John from Facebook. Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you're John on Facebook, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I am looking more into that and definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook, and I'm definitely interested in the information. There's sent me another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. Is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it, and hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up, and nobody ever calls back or anything. So I finally found your phone number. So I appreciate it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. Definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, say, pull me all different directions, feel free to just ping me again.
All right. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, look forward to talking to you in depth soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Yep. That call was on July 9th, 2022. Here, let me go a little further here. Go to my calendar. All right, July, here, go to year, 2023. Okay, there we go, 2023. All right, go to, so last year. 1 second. Plug this thing in so the battery doesn't die on me while I'm doing this. Okay, so July. That call was on July 9th. Okay, well, it was July 8th. Okay, time zone. So it was uploaded Saturday. So it would have been July 8th, 2022 was that phone call. Okay, that you just heard. And she told me to call her back early next week. And then early next week, I tried. Well, she said she was going to call me back. And she never did. She never did any deeper article on Curtis Roy Young. What she told me on that call right there was a lie. In fact, I'll play it again. She actually lied to me. That's why I think ABC11, judging by some of the calls I had with them, I think they might have been participating in some of these setup attempts as well. It appears. It most definitely appears. Okay, now we're in 2023. Okay. Wait, did I get the right? I got the right year, right? 2022. Let me double check that again. Did I? Yeah, 2022, July 2022. The call would have been Friday, July 8th, and then she told me to call her back early. Or she said she would call me back early next week, and then she never did. The whole point was to get me to keep calling her off the hook so they could build some kind of a stalking case or something like that. And then when she never called back, I go back to her Facebook, and I see this. Of course, she's posting pictures from Arizona. And they know I'm from Arizona, and she's on vacation when she said she was going to call me back. And then suddenly she's on vacation. The same time she said she was going to call me back. The idea here was to get me angry, was to make me get mad and keep calling her off the hook, so they could continue to try to build some kind of a stalking case or multiple other cases they were trying to build, as I've documented. Now, I know it might sound paranoid, but look at everything else I documented between 2021 till recently, particularly the information I documented between August and September of 2021, the communication between Michael Banzer, John McDonald, and Angela Scarborough. That particularly looks like this was, I had a suspicion this was part of that as well. That's why ABC11 was being so weird with me on the phone about it. See, by early next week, she was on vacation. And hear that call again. Hear that again. She was lying to me. She never did a deeper article, never called me back. They were using her as bait to get me to continuously call her, probably because I found her cell phone number and I called her cell phone. asked her about, something very important, about coverage of, Deputy Knight, who killed someone else. That's, two of the KKK deputies now have killed, since Kihagis murdered John Livingston a year after him and Knight terrorized my wife and I, and a year after Deputy Kihagis spent a couple months stalking and terrorizing my wife and I in 2014.
Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you're John on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am looking more into that and definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook. I'm definitely interested in the information. There's sent me another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. Is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it, and hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up, and nobody ever calls back or anything. So I finally found your phone number. So I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. Definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, say, pull me off with interruptions.
Early next week.
Ping me again.
All right. I really appreciate it.
You hear that? She said she was supposed to call me back early next week. The call you're listening to, it was uploaded July 9th. The call was actually made on July 8th, on Friday, July 8th, 2022. And then early next week, where then suddenly she never called back. I waited for her to call back. I didn't even try to call her back. I waited for her to call back. And then I never got a call back. So finally, by Wednesday, I think it was July 13th, as it says here. Let me double check. Was that Wednesday? Let me go back to the calendar again. Year 2022, July. It was by Wednesday, July 13th. I waited a few days. I didn't I didn't try to call her. I waited for her to call me. I'm glad I never tried to call her back. Because, I think that was one of the setup attempts. That's why the people at ABC11 were acting really weird with me on the phone. I'm going to bring this to the attention of WRAL as well. I mean, if you look at everything else I documented, particularly that information, like I said, between August and September of 2021, between the communication between undercover deputies from Harnett County, or undercover law enforcement in Harnett County of some sort, John McDonald, Angela Scarborough or Dutton, and Michael Banzer. Okay, that was pretty obvious. There's a lot more than that I documented, and it looks like I had almost forgotten about this, but it looks like this was one of their setup attempts. I think that's what this was all about. She was supposed to call me back by early next week. She never did. Never did a follow-up article. They were using her as bait, trying to, bait me into calling her over and over again to find out about our story. No, I might call your newsroom, sure. But no, I'm not going to call you at home or call your cell phone. I mean, I found your cell phone on your website, on the ABC11 website.
Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young.
It's called Rocket
regarding
Search.
Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you're John on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am looking more into that and definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook. I'm definitely interested in the information. There's sent me another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. Is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure.
She said interested in talking to me further. She was not. She never tried to. She never called back. And then she said she was doing a deeper article. She never did. There was never anything done. That was a lie.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it, and hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up, and nobody ever calls back or anything. So I finally found your phone number. So I appreciate it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. Definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, say, pull me all different directions, feel free to just ping me again.
All right. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And she even said I could feel free to ping her again. So should I try calling her again? She said I could. I never did. She never called back. That was a total lie. So it looks like they were probably participating in those setup attempts as well. That's what it looks like they were doing. I mean, that one I can't, obviously that's I guess you could call that, right, what I just showed you, that was circumstantial evidence there. I mean, the other stuff I documented, particularly between August and September of 2021, well, that was proof beyond reasonable doubt of what they were doing. That right there is circumstantial, but based on everything else I've documented, I'd say there's a good chance that was probably, I'd say that was probably one of those setup attempts. I mean, just like the other ones I documented over the last few years, I think she was probably participating in it as well. Okay, undercover law enforcement, that's one thing, but journalists definitely should not be participating in in something like this. Especially, it's not a sting operation. They're not trying to catch a criminal. They were trying to find a way to set me up by baiting me. And by trying to by using intimidation. That's another reason why I keep calling WREL so much and the news media so much to make sure they have our story, is because that's one of the things they were doing, was trying to intimidate me and try to get me to stop calling the news media, which only makes me want to call them more. So yeah, by baiting and bullying and trying to create their own evidence through social media, through Facebook. But I have all that documented going back since, 2021. It's been going, actually since late. I have some of it documented even from late 2020 even, but before I really knew what was going on. So I've been documenting it really regularly since 2021, since I first had that encounter with with John McDonald, Angela Scarborough or Dutton, as well as Michael Banzer. And there's others as well. Like there's two females by the name of Shandali Hardgrove and Sarah Christine Pitkin that first contacted me back in 2020 when I first started building my Facebook group. I've documented all that previously. And then also Elizabeth and Alan Longman were participating in that as well, as I documented on multiple videos as well through their communication with me, i.e. recorded phone calls and Facebook private messages, stuff like that. It's pretty obvious what they were doing, and I think this here looks like this was probably part of it as well. I think that there's a few other things. There might be a few other little things. Was there anything else I was gonna document? I mean, I think that was about it. There might be some more information. There's definitely some more examples I could have pointed out from the Harnett County Commissioner meetings of, the disinformation and stuff like that I documented, from, the Longmans were putting out, and as well as other people. They had Angela Scarborough at those meetings as well previously back in 2021, and I did a video document of that information as well, and I went through some of it. But there's a lot more information I could have documented even than just that. But it's pretty obvious what's been going on. Pretty obvious. So anyway, that's it. I think that was it. I just mainly wanted to cover this. I've been documenting this stuff, though, going back to 2021. And this was July of 2022. I was, calling ABC11 because they did a really half-assed article on Curtis Roy Young. So did WREL, I might add. And really half-ass article, especially considering the history of Deputy Knight. And I was calling her back, hoping they would report more details about about the fact that there's no body camera footage and the history of Deputy Knight as far as what he did to my wife and I and multiple other residents in Harnett County. With the history of that sheriff's office and that deputy in particular, yeah, they really, the article they did was, that was just obscene. It really was, especially considering that, someone else has lost their life at the hands of one of these deputies. Before it was John Livingston, at the hands of Nicholas Kihagis, a year after him and Knight terrorized my wife and I. Anyway, that's it. Thank you. I just wanted to, namely, I just wanted to document this information. I was going back through, all this stuff I've been documenting for the past, couple of years, and I remembered, oh yeah, that I was thinking that was fishy from the beginning. That contact I had with Samantha Kummerer from ABC11. Did I mention her name up front? Yeah. Samantha Kummerer from ABC11. Yeah, I did. I was showing you on the screen. But, yeah, I thought that was really fishy, the way they were acting. When I would call the ABC11 desk, the way they were acting, and if you call them back, they act all like, they act all weird, like, they're like well, we're not supposed to be talking to you, or like I'm some kind of a criminal, or something like that. Okay, you idiots at ABC11. News and Observer and multiple other news media outlets, including yours, I believe, including WREL, and I think there might, if I look, I'm sure ABC11 probably covered, at least my name probably comes up in at least one of your articles about Harnett County. But bottom line, my story has been covered in multiple different news media outlets throughout North Carolina about what happened to us back in 2014. Okay, it was first covered by News and Observer, and then what News and Observer printed was mirrored by multiple other news media outlets throughout North Carolina, including WRAL. Okay, the only problem with our story was they left out very important details about, what was it that Kihagis did to you again, hon?
Well, one hand he got my husband's iPhone, and one hand he got gun in my temple, say, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna kick your ass too. While he doing that, delete every little thing my husband's iPhone, while he hold gun in my temple.
Yeah, they left out that part about how Kihagis held a gun to my wife's head as he was deleting the video off of my phone, as well as, for 2 months, more than about 2 months, between November and the end of December of 2014, he was parking outside our house every other day, waiting for us to leave and bumper locking me for several miles down the road. Watch our testimonial videos for all the details. In fact, I'll pin those in the video description on YouTube or in the comments of this video. Please watch our testimonial videos. But yeah, I think that contact I had with Samantha Kummerer, I think that they might have been, I think they were probably trying, that was probably another setup attempt. Because notice how she says she was going to call me back the following week. She was going to call me back the following week. And then I waited. I didn't try calling her back right away. And, I waited because that was her cell phone number. And then I never got a call back. And then I think after a few days, I think I might have tried to call finally. And then it just went straight to voicemail, and she never called back. And then I look her up on Facebook, and of course, she's posting pictures of herself in my home state. And then I think which was also probably designed to get my attention as well, possibly designed to get my attention as well, I think. And then, then she never did anything she said she was going to do. She said she was really interested in talking to me. She never called back. Never did a deeper article. Everything she told me on that recorded call was just was complete, flat out lie. It was just that was another example. I think this is probably another example of where they were trying to bait me. And I have already documented multiple other examples similar like this, where they were clearly trying to bait me into maybe doing something that they could construe as a crime, like maybe they could find a way to create a stalking case And they were trying to create more serious cases than that. Okay, listen to that recorded call I have between John McDonald and I. Okay, and that was followed up about a month after. I was getting repeated Facebook messages from Angela Scarborough, going by Angela Dutton, who contacted me through my Facebook group, as well as Michael Banzer, day after day, sending me more messages, you know, bringing up DA Susan Matthews repeatedly, that were obviously designed to get me more angry about the situation. And then about a month after that, then I get that call from John McDonald. And for the details on that, here, I'll show you what videos to go to on my main YouTube channel, at HCSO Abuse. Here, before I conclude here, I will show you where to find those videos. This is my main channel. The handle is at HCSO Abuse. Videos. Right down here, watch one of, and I have a lot more than this on other channels documenting it as well, but for, you know, watch, you know, that's a summary video. It's only like 28 minutes. I have one even shorter than that that goes through their messages real quick. But if you watch, like, either this video right here, that's an hour and a half, or this one right here, that's about an hour and 49, this documents everything. And I have a lot more than just that. Okay, yeah, that's just a little bit of, well, that's just some of the most obvious stuff right here. Okay, but there's a lot more than just that. So anyway, that's it. Thank you. This is John Gill. I just did a video document on my contact with ABC11, and I believe ABC11 was participating in the little setup attempts and the little baiting attempts that I documented through social media. And I believe this was where it started, right here. Kelly Waite. In fact, I suspect she might have been one of the individuals putting out the disinformation as well. I don't know that she's an undercover law enforcement officer or anything like that. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, I remember she was at that February 7th, 2021 meeting as well. Or was that 2022? I'll have to go back and look. But, yeah, I think it was 2022. Yeah, but I think she was probably one of the people putting out disinformation as well. Kind of similar questions like what Michelle Webb was asking me even before 2020, going back to like 2015 and 19, between those years. Yeah, Michelle Webb. I remember that was even before I built my website, but where they were even before, back then they were trying to, you know, pump me for information. It started with this message, January 28th, 2022. She has me blocked now, so I can't take you to her profile. But, hi, John. I'm preparing to drop a lawsuit on HCSO. Have you seen any info on Kevin Bird? He's a deputy that left. Yeah, that was the one that was on the video body slamming, choking that girl and body slamming her. Is Kelly Waite legitimate? You know, I know she was definitely connected with Sarah Christine Pitkin. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I don't know about Kelly Waite. But I suspect this is probably more deliberate disinformation. And then look at this question right here. John. Hi, John. I apologize if this is too personal, but do you expect to file a lawsuit against HCSO? I am planning to, most likely, represent myself, as the attorneys around here don't want to get involved. What is she trying to do here? Is this Jesse Jones putting up more people to try to put ideas in my head again, I think is what it is, to try to get me to back off? I think that's what it is. Because then she starts talking about how, oh, her lawsuit was dismissed. And, oh, no, you know, so you see, you know, she was never a I don't know, she might not, I don't know if she was ever, she gave a speech. I don't know if she was ever a victim of the sheriff's office, but she did give a speech about how supposedly they took her out of her house to take her off to like I think it was a mental health facility or something, to involuntary commitment or something, and she described a bad experience at a meeting. I don't know if that was true or not, but Just read these messages here, but I'll get to the one I really want to focus on here in a second. Just to try to make me think other people are having problems too with attorneys that live there. No, that's not true. If you live out there, if you're one of the locals, you're good. If you're in with Jesse Jones, you know, I mean, yeah, if you're one of the locals in with Jesse Jones. I don't know for sure that's what she's doing here, but I think probably, yeah. Okay, I think we're getting to the part with the message I'm looking for, but... Oh, here it is. Samantha. Okay, where's that message at? Did she write that to me in a PM, or was that... did she post that on my Facebook group? I have the other screenshot here somewhere, but... She mentioned Samantha Kummerer directly. That might have been... she mentioned Samantha's name right there. Yeah, she's talking about Sydney Bay. That's another reporter from ABC11, also Samantha Kummerer. She was the one that told me they were supposed to be doing a deeper article. Where was that actual message at, though? Did I pass it? Or she might have wrote that separately on my Facebook group. I know I have that screenshot somewhere where she told me that. I thought it was a private message, though. I might be mistaken. She might have written it somewhere else. Because they do that, too, sometimes, to confuse me. Angela Scarborough was... I haven't even documented all her messages. And she's a lot more that I haven't even shown, like emails and then also private messages from her other accounts, too. It's just too much information to go over. Oh, Stacy Barillo, I think that's... Yeah, Fayetteville Pact, I think, is fake, actually. Yeah, thanks for the contact. You already knew that was fake, huh? Probably. I don't know, but, I mean, let me see here. Where was the one where she mentioned that they were doing the deeper article? That's what I'm looking for specifically. She mentioned Samantha right there. She is going deeper. She is doing a deeper piece, a deeper article. So I think she was probably gathering data. Okay, there was a previous message somewhere where she... Her name is Sydney, and she was the reporter on the scene, ABC11. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so she was probably part of that disinformation campaign as well. Kelly Waite, I bet. She's talking about Jesse Jones being arrogant. She's trying to get me more mad about Jesse Jones, unless she's legitimate. I don't know. I think I might keep this video separate from the other one. I was going to splice it in there. But she did. Yeah, she was the one where I documented my call with Sydney Bay. I'm sorry, with Samantha Kummerer. Okay, so that was it. Where was the private message? Oh, shoot. Okay, good. I'm still there. I'm going to scroll down here. I'm going to cut the video, I think, and I'm going to scroll down and try to find that private message. And then maybe I'll document that call with Samantha Kummerer again on this video and just keep two separate videos here. Stand by. Okay, yes, I did find it, and I was correct. It was a separate message that was not included. It was separate. She wrote that to me separately outside the private chat. She posted that to me on my Facebook group, and that is a screenshot of it right there. Unfortunately, I can't show the exact date. Well, yeah, I can. Well, August 2020. Well, that's a screenshot of a screenshot. No, hang on. It was right before. It says right here. It was before I made the call, though. Kelly Waite. ABC is in the process of doing a deeper story, per Samantha Kummerer of the I-Team. Hopefully, it is the true story. So yeah, that's who put me. Who wanted. That was right. That was where I. That was who first told me about Samantha Kummerer in the first place, and I know Kelly Waite is that's one of the people that was on there. I believe she's one of Jesse Jones' trolls. I don't think she's undercover law enforcement or anything like that. I mean, of course it's possible, but I don't think she is undercover law enforcement. I think she's just one of Jesse Jones' trolls, you know, kind of like a few others I've documented. Now, let me see here. Can I confirm the date? See, that's not the original screenshot, the August. You see, the call was in July. She sent me that message before. It was before. This was in early July. She sent me this message of last year. It was not August. So let me see if I can find where she originally... Oh, I think I have it. Hang on, I think I see it. Is that Kelly Waite? No, that's not Kelly Waite. Yeah, it was not in August. That screenshot says August. That's just because you know what? I know why. Because that's when I actually took the screenshot. But the message was in July. Here, let me see. Oh, here. I may have it. Oh, no, that's something different. That's something different from Kelly Waite right there. From July. Okay, yeah, I think I know why. Let me just see here real quick. Can I see it? Do I have it? The actual screen. Okay, that's, you know, the only reason why it shows up in August on the screenshot is because that's when how long I waited to take the picture. It was, okay, it was about after I started figuring out, yeah, it was after I think I actually previously documented this on last year on my other channel, but that's when I first started figuring out that, you know, there was something fishy about this contact as well with Samantha Kummerer. It was one of Jesse Jones' trolls, Kelly Waite, that put me in, that, well, not put me in but she was the one that I didn't even know her name until she mentioned it. And then when I called Samantha Kummerer, this is what I got. I called Samantha Kummerer. This is the recorded call, and this is, you know, as soon as I got this message here, and then I called Samantha Kummerer, and this is the answer I got right here.
Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you're John on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am looking more into that and definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook, and I'm definitely interested in the information. They sent me another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. Is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it, and, you know, hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up, and nobody ever calls back or anything. So I finally found your phone number. So I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. I'm definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, say, you know, pull me all different directions, feel free to just ping me again.
All right. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, look forward to talking to you and soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, yeah, she was lying to me. That's why they wanted me. That's why they were hoping I would call her in the first place, because I always call the reporters, you know, on the news media about this situation. That was another. I think that was another setup attempt, is what that was. another one of their ways of trying to maybe build a stalking case. But that phone call you were just listening to, that took place on here July. Let me go to my calendar. That was July 8th, 2022. Okay, that was on July 8th, 2022. And then she said, as you heard her say, she was going to call me back, what, early the following week? Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Samantha, my name is John Gill. I'm calling because I've been informed that you're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Royana, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah, you reached out on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am looking more into that and definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook, and I'm definitely interested in the information. They sent me another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. Is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it and, hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up and nobody ever calls
They were
back
doing
or
that
anything,
and they were doing that on purpose too. Yeah, to bait me further.
And I found your phone number, so I appreciate it. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. I'm definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me,
early next week. And if you don't hear from me,
say,
hear that again?
Call me all different directions. Feel free to just ping me again.
All right.
Feel free to ping me again.
Give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, say, call me all different directions. Feel free to just ping me again.
All right. I really
and
appreciate
feel
that.
free to
Thank
ping
you
her
so
again.
much.
She even said, feel free to ping her again. They were baiting me. She probably didn't know I was recording it. They were baiting me, and she didn't know I was recording it. And that call was July 8th, 2022. And she said she would contact me the following week. And I waited. I didn't even call her back right away. I remember I made it a point to wait Monday and Tuesday and not call her back because I didn't want to seem too overzealous. So, because, they're always trying to make it seem like that. Like I'm harassing people or something because I'm trying to get our story out there or trying to get something done about Harnett County. So I remember that's why I made it a point after that phone call on July 8th. I made it a point to wait 2 days. And I did not try to call her. I think I might have tried to call her after a few days. And then I remember there was no answer. I think after a few days, I tried calling her back again. And it went straight to voicemail. I think I might have left her a few voicemails a few times trying to get in contact with her again, and she never answered, so I gave up. Because I knew that's what they were trying to do, was trying to find a way to say I was stalking her, and she was the bait. But then the following week, when she said she was going to call me, then I see these pictures posted of her. She had, as I documented on that previous video earlier, July 13th, 2022. That's, the different dates are set differently on that one. Oh, well. But to the Asian calendar. But anyway, yeah, then then the following week she had pictures of herself posted from the Grand Canyon in Arizona, exactly around the time when she was supposed to be calling me back. Where so I think that was just to make me mad because they know I'm from Arizona. Look at everything else I've documented. They were clearly trying to bait me. They were trying to bait me. And that's where the original message was. And, yeah, that's ABC. That was, yeah, sometime in, that would have been sometime in, early July of 2022 when she wrote that. I could go back and find it on my Facebook group. It's way back down at the bottom. I was trying to scroll down and find the original message, but it's too far down. It won't let me scroll down that far. So, oh yeah, go back to her private messages real quick. Here we go. Go back to July. As I already showed this. See, I know that's another thing. They were all doing that. Like sometimes they would send messages from different accounts or post them in different places to try to make it more confusing to go back and try to document it later. John McDonald especially. Like he messaged me. He was messaging me on on one of my pseudonym accounts, and then he was messaging my wife on her real name account. But where's, okay, let me see her messages in here from July. There's August. I already went over all of these in detail at the beginning of the video. August. July, here we go. Oh, what's this she post? Is that the... No, that's just something different. Here, go back to that again. How did you get this information about some... Oh, okay, that was after she posted the message to me. See, right there. July 8th, okay? Right there, July 8th. So you see, that was the day I called her. That was... So she posted... Kelly Waite posted this message here to me before Kelly Waite posted this message on my Facebook group about Samantha Kummerer before I sent her this message on July 8th, the same day I called Samantha Kummerer. How did you get this information about Samantha Kummerer? Do you have any contact information for her, like a phone number? And not the IT desk, because the IT desk, they were acting like, you know, like assholes to me on the phone, and this is why they were doing it. They were trying to bait me and trying to say I was stalking Samantha Kummerer. That's probably what they were trying to do, and I knew that's what they were doing. That's why I gave up trying to call her back, too. You see that on July 8th. I spoke with her a year ago about how NC mistreats mental health, I think, MH. She did not do a story at the time, and this Sydney... She's talking about Sydney Bay in that one. The only one who reported, in fact, she wrote some other messages on there about Sydney Bay. If I go back and look a little further, I have some more screenshots I could show you from Kelly Waite. But you see that, yeah, then she mentioned Samantha right there, Samantha Kummerer. The one who reported the story that day, reached out to say that Samantha may contact me because she is working on a piece. No, she wasn't. She never did another one. And listen to this one more time before I conclude. And one more time before I conclude, so you can hear what she said to me.
Samantha, my name is John Gill.
And this is on July 8th.
I'm calling because I've been informed.
And this call is on July 8th, 2022.
You're writing a deeper article regarding the shooting of Curtis Roy Young, regarding Deputy John C. Knight from the Harnett County Sheriff's Office?
Yes, you reached out on Facebook, right?
Yes.
Yes, I am looking more into that. I definitely want to review your position.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, I got your Facebook, and I'm definitely interested in the information. There's something another story today, so I'm kind of crunching to get that one done. But I am interested in talking to you further. But is it okay if I give you a call back?
Yeah, sure, it's fine. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get through to you and just check and see if you were doing it, and hopefully give you our information. But the people at the desk are just being really rude. They keep hanging the phone up, and nobody ever calls back or anything. So I finally found your phone number. So I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not ignoring you. Definitely interested. But yeah, I want to give this my full attention. So let me give you a call back early next week. And if you don't hear from me, because they, pull me all different directions, feel free to just ping me again.
All right. I really appreciate that.
Okay, that's pretty sick right there. Trying to make herself appear as friendly, as part of their attempt to try to bait me to keep calling her. And then, of course, she never called me back like she said, and she probably didn't know I was recording that. And she never called me back like she said. And then, like I said, when she was supposed to call me back after a few days, on about Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. After I didn't get a call back, I checked Facebook again, and it says she's on vacation in my home state of Arizona, ironically, or rather, that's when I posted the video, was on July 9th. It was the call was actually on. That's the original recorded call. It was from July 8th, 2022. Yep. But that was, yeah, I think that was also another attempt into baiting me. Is what this was. Out of several others that I have documented. I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah, she's from Maya. Yeah, posting this like the following week. I remember I purposely waited like a few days. You know, I remember. Yeah, that's July 13th. That should be a Wednesday. Let me check the calendar real quick. Yeah, 2022, July 13th was in fact a Wednesday. Yep. I remember the call was on July 8th, and I purposely waited a couple days, and I didn't bother calling back because she said she was going to call me, so I waited for her to call me, and then after a few days, nothing. So I tried calling her. I think I remember on about Wednesday, and then no answer except voicemail. And then I go back to Facebook, and I see that. And then she never tried to call me back, and she never did any other article. So I do believe that was probably another one of their baiting / setup attempts. That just like multiple others that I have previously documented. Thank you.